want to share this really powerful technique that you can use right now when you're feeling like why am I not moving forward in this, toward this goal or this vision that I have? I want to manifest something, and I know that there's something blocking me. And when anything is in our way, it's us in our way. It's us. It's not really, truly, it's not something external, because everything starts on the inside. Everything. And when we develop that really clean, loving, allowing relationship with ourselves, then what happens is we experience a clean, loving relationship with everything else in the world. So, if you're watching this live, or if you're watching the replay, say hi. And if you are brave, you can say one thing. I want you to focus on just one thing that you're calling in right now. Is it potentially a relationship thing? Is it potentially a feeling thing? What is it, that one thing that you want, or a feeling you want, maybe for the year 2025? Maybe it's I want a home, or I want a certain car, or I want to have success in my business, or I want to call in a healthy relationship, a loving relationship, a fun, amazing, passionate, loving, clean, easy relationship. Maybe you just want to manifest more money. You want to manifest a relationship with money that feels healthier, easier, more relaxed. Name one thing that you want. And it could be a big thing or a little thing. I like how I go big or little. It could be a big thing or a little thing. And close your eyes for a minute. And what I really invite you to do is bring yourself to a present place where you are present with your body, with your breath, with your heart, and allow your breathing to slow. Send your body and mind and heart the signal that it is safe to slow down. It's safe to be present in this moment. It is safe to take a break from the worries in my mind, the distractions in my life, and the heaviness in my heart. It is safe to allow myself to want what I want. So, a way to really connect with the feeling of safety is to try some breathing. Try some breathing that looks like this. We're going to breathe in for a count of 5. Hold for a count of 5. Exhale. For a count of 5, and hold. And breathe in. Breathe out. And repeat that 2 or 3 more times. Breathe in. breathe out. What this does, when you practice this, they call it box breathing. So you are just sending a signal to your parasympathetic nervous system, your amygdala, the part of your brain that's always on the lookout and ready to fight or flight or freeze, that it's okay. You can stop. It's safe. So anytime you start to feel yourself getting anxious or overwhelmed or your energy is scattered, try that. Do 5 to 8 or 5 to 10 repetitions or rounds of box breathing. So it's just 5 in, hold for 5, 5 out, hold for 5. So your heart rate slows, your breathing slows, and you actually start to enter into a state of relaxation, a state of meditation. And from there, you can open up and you can connect more deeply with your inner wisdom, your inner guidance. And so if you can keep your eyes open for now. And I'm going to take you through a little exercise here. And you can get a blank sheet of paper. And I have a template that I will share with you. I have a template that I will share with you at the end of this. I'll link it here so you can have the worksheet. But you don't really need it. But we love worksheets. Worksheets are fun. And I want you to just draw a circle in the middle of your page and write in the thing you want. Name an amount of money. Maybe it's a partner. Maybe it's a loving relationship with your children. It really doesn't matter what it is, okay? Just be brave and allow yourself to want what you want. Maybe it's a massage. So whatever it is, just write that in the center of your page. Draw your circle and write your, I want this, I'm calling it in, thank you, thank you. And let's see, so for me, I'm going to say, I want an investment property this year, okay? That's a thing I want. I've just decided I want to purchase an investment property this year. So I'm going to say an investment property. Now that's not super clear. It's kind of like very general. It's not like a quarter-acre piece of land in this town, da-da-da-da-da. It's just, I want a piece of property that I can use for investment purposes. So, does everybody have yours written down? Great. Now, what I want you to do is you're going to separate your piece of paper into 6 different sections. And just like this. So, kind of draw like an X there, draw that, that, and that. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sections. Okay? And on the first section, you can write it up at the top. I want you to write emotions, the word emotions. Okay, there's the word emotions up at the top section. And this is what you're going to do. Do this now. Don't say I'll do it later, because you're not going to do it later. Do it when you're watching it, live or in the replay. So right now, if you're here, do this now with me. Join me. And I want you to close your eyes, and as you're connecting to yourself, can you write down any and all emotions that come up when you think about this thing, having this thing, experiencing this thing? What does it mean for you? Now, here's the thing. You might have amazing elevated emotions. Oh wow, for me it means that like I can actually like experience the thrill of bringing something to life and having an investment property and sharing that property with somebody who wants to rent that, or maybe have an Airbnb location that I can make income from and have so much fun like designing it, and have passive income through that. And I can think about all of the wonderful things that come about because I have this investment property. Maybe I hire people to clean and it gives people jobs. And I create a beautiful oasis for people to visit and have like their sanctuary time. Because if I'm thinking about what I want to create, it's a gorgeous sanctuary. Maybe it's a small retreat center, or a home where I host like one-on-one intensive retreats with clients. So you can see my energy around it is super excited. It's fun. It's creative. And I'm very, very, I've got wonderful emotions. So I would write down, I'm excited. I feel like I'm getting creative around it. I feel like, wow, this could be so expansive. And it's really lighting me up, right? I can also go into the energy of and the emotion of, but how, but where. I can get into confusion. So I've got some really positive emotions. And then I've also got some that are, not so positive, like confusion. So I can write over here, I've got excitement, creative. I feel creative when I think about it. Like it really lights me up. So I feel excited and creative. I also feel a little bit confused. Like, where would I do it? How can I afford that? What would I get? So I can feel a little bit overwhelmed about like all the different choices and ideas, and I can get into a little bit of anxiety around what if I buy a place and the market crashes and I don't make money. So I can get a little bit, there could be a little fear there, right? So share with me or share on your paper what your emotions are around this thing that you want. And then like really go through like everything, feel like go into the energy of, oh wow, I've got this thing, I manifested it, and be there, quantum leap to where you have it. Now what? So feel those feelings. And now what I want to invite you to do is to go to any of the other sections, but make sure you've exhausted, write out as many things as you allow to come up for you. And then go to another section and write, I'm going to choose the one on the bottom because it's larger and I probably will have a lot of thoughts. So write the word thoughts here. On any one of the other sections. And now start to think, like when I think thoughts, I think Sebastopol, that's my hometown. That's where I would really like to have an investment property. And then I think, cozy cabin. I'm thinking about what types of property I want. Nature, being in nature. Do I rent? Will I rent it? So I have questions coming up. I'm thinking, will it be, will I buy it? Will I get a mortgage? Will I have a partner that I do it with? Like will my mom and I go in on it together? That's a thought that I've had. Who's going to maintain it? Who's going to manage it? Will it be something that I have to really dress up and put a lot of investment time and money and energy into decorating it? What if I can't, like, what if I get, like, what if I can't do it? That's a thought. That's a thought. What if I can't? What if I get in over my head? Okay, I'm writing all this up down. What if I get in over my head? Other thoughts. What if it doesn't rent out? What if it doesn't make money? What if it fails? What if I don't know, make a mistake? So these are thoughts, right? So we've got the emotions. Now I've got some thoughts. And as I'm doing this, I'm having some sensations in my body. So I'm going to write that in another section right here. I'm definitely having some sensations. Like I noticed myself getting a little bit excited. Well, I was smiling. I was feeling like, for a minute there, I noticed I was kind of breathing funny, and I was getting a little bit like I was actually feeling the anxiety. So shallow breathing. Other sensations are that as I'm doing this exercise right now, right here with you, for you, in front of you, other sensations in my body are I'm feeling right now. I can feel like energy. I'm feeling like buzzy energy. That's the best way I can describe it. Buzzy energy. And that feels like kind of like excited in an anxiousy way. Not like woo excited, because now I'm starting to think these limiting thoughts, right? And I'm like, oh, like, where can I do this? Where can I do this? What if it's so far away? What if it's, what if it has to be somewhere other than close to me? What if it's out of state? That is the only place I can afford it. Then what? Will I have to travel a lot? What if it's in a place I don't really love? Well, would I do that? I wouldn't want to try to do it in a place I don't love, but what if I can't afford it to invest in a property in a place I do love? Do you see how I'm getting myself all clogged up? But these are actual thoughts that I have when I think about the thing I want. But this is good. I'm bringing these thoughts to my awareness. I'm feeling like, what am I feeling? What are my emotions around it? I have excitement, creativity, but I also have confusion and kind of overwhelm and a little bit of anxiety and fear. And the sensations. I've got dry mouth right now. I don't know if that's just because I'm thirsty and need water, because I get that way when I talk. Especially when I'm doing anything online, when I'm teaching classes and stuff online, I tended to get a dry mouth. So maybe that's the sensation. But can you see what this is all like bringing up? Anything that might be in the way of what I want to call in. Now, we're going to go to another section. I want to know what you guys are bringing up in your sections here. What have you started filling it out? The next one is, well, what are my beliefs about investment property? What are my beliefs? And if you're just joining here live, what you're doing here is choosing anything you want to call in. What do you want to manifest in 2025? And I've chosen to say, I want to manifest an income property, an investment property. So now I've done emotions, I've done thoughts, I've done sensations. What are my beliefs? And remember, we're talking about the positive beliefs and the negative beliefs that will either fuel my my desires and fuel me moving forward and give me momentum, or they may be roadblocks, right? The negative beliefs that I hold can be roadblocks. So positive beliefs, well, it's income, ongoing income for life, ongoing passive income. Yay. I love that. And what's another belief? It really can enhance my financial freedom. And another positive belief, I have a lot of positive beliefs about income property. I can write off so many business expenses. Oh my gosh, so many expenses write-offs. There's a lot of positive beliefs I have around it. Now, let me look at what might some of my negative beliefs be about around owning investment property. Well, property taxes. Prop taxes might be too much. Maintaining it. What if somebody damages the place? Damages and maintenance. Costs and repairs. What if nobody rents it? So fears around people maybe not renting it. So a belief that would be a belief if I had a belief. I don't have a belief. I actually don't have that belief. And here's why. We're going to go into the next section. I'm going to tell you why I do not have a belief that it wouldn't be rented. In my next section, which is past experiences and memories. Okay, so here I've written past experiences and memories for this section right here. Okay, so I have a past experience. This is a positive one where I had an Airbnb where I lived and it rented consistently, solidly, easily. Oh my God, it was like selling ice cream. And you don't have to sell ice cream. People seek it out, right? So I have positive experiences that I rented out my Airbnb and I made a lot of money. It was amazing. It was like it saved me when I was living in Santa Monica. So it will easily rent because I owned that place. I've done it before. Also, I know most people who I know who've ever have Airbnbs, they make really, really good money. Now, I also had a past experience that was not so amazing. And I remember when this was early days in Airbnb renting and where I lived, it was like before it was a big deal and nobody cared and people did it. And I was telling a neighbor about it and she ratted me out. She ratted me out. She had no business doing that. Like it never bothered her. But somehow, and she just started getting really angry with me. And, oh God, it was such a strange experience. And so then, like the city started to say, hey, you can't do this, or I forget what the deal was. But so neighbor ratting on me. So what does that do? For me, what that tells me is, okay, well, this informs me. This is not a block or a limiting belief now. It's a memory that it actually informs me if I want to have an Airbnb or some type of similar short-term investment property. I know that I'm going to intentionally go to where there aren't like city ordinances against it that say you can't and or I will think about that in advance, so it kind of will inform where I go. Or maybe it'll inform me that I want to do only long-term rents. I don't know, but it's not a thing that has to be a block. Does that make sense? But I'm bringing this stuff to my awareness, and I remember having that income just really, really was so amazing for my family and I. It really helped me as a newly single mom basically survive. And it was a game changer for me. So I have really positive memories about it. And it definitely fuels me and my desire to want to do it in the future and do it again, even though I know the market's different. It's encouraging to me. So, okay, I can fill out more past memories and beliefs, but for you, so I have positive ones up here, and I would list any negative ones down here. So do you see how we're doing this? I'm bringing this up to my awareness. And then the final one that the final section you can fill out is attitudes. Maybe you have biases, or you have previous preconceptions about like investment properties. And it can kind of go along with your beliefs, but maybe there's something even lower, deeper down that like, oh, I have an attitude that tells me, I'm trying to think about something around this, but maybe I have a deep-seated like thing that I hadn't really thought of that's like, oh, well, passive income, like making money should be hard. And it shouldn't be that easy. If it's that easy, then, something's going to come up and get you. I know a lot of people have that attitude and that block around money. So like what, a negative attitude might be, making money shouldn't be easy. Another attitude that might be a block for me or for somebody, but I'm trying to use myself in this example, is, let's see here. Maybe it's too good to be true. Like, you did end up having to stop before, and maybe it's just too good to be true. Or, I keep, like, I know a lot of people who actually do have horror stories. I have no horror stories. My experience was amazing. I had amazing guests. I had amazing reviews. I was just like, it was so perfect that like I just have really good attitude about it. So I'm going to just say I have really good attitude. It's an amazing experience. It's amazing. So in my attitude section, I don't have any blocks that are coming up right now. Maybe if I connect deeper, maybe if I sit with it more, something might come up. I don't know. But in this moment, I don't have anything. But what I want you to do is, as you go through your little wheel, and you allow for yourself to be really honest with yourself. Oh, I want to do this thing, but here are some thoughts in my way. Here's some beliefs in my way. And let yourself tell yourself the truth. Be truthful. What's coming up. And now, what are you going to do about that? Well, what are you going to do about that? You're going to be truthful. You're going to bring it to your awareness. And then you can either, really with the emotions around it, that's the one that needs some deep inner work and healing. Like, oh, wow, I'm confused and overwhelmed when I think about owning property, owning a house. It just feels like, oh my God, I actually do have like this attitude that home ownership is expensive and overwhelming. So I have some, like, I actually do get signals in my body, and it dims me. It doesn't light me up. It scares me, actually. And I've even made a declaration recently that I don't ever really even need to own a home. I'm a really good renter. Because I don't like to deal with maintenance and things like that. Now, that's either something that here's what I can do with that. I can either say, okay, that's fine. And you can actually rent income property. You can rent Airbnb. You can rent houses or townhomes or whatever, and Airbnb them out and rent them. So that's actually a possibility. That's not the route I would want to take right now. But maybe I need to educate myself more. I just need to shift and let go of that identity of me who says, I'm not somebody who's good at maintaining homes. And what's really interesting is right now I'm actually not being that person. I'm being somebody who's, I'm maintaining my family's commercial property. So I'm actually stepping into my elevated identity of actually, you know what? I'm really good at hiring people, contractors, to paint and bring a building up to code. I communicate well with renters and with vendors and contractors. I'm actually really good at that. And so I am seeing myself shifting out of that old identity that says I'm not really good at, like, I wouldn't be good at a homeowner because I don't want to take care of things and da da da. That's no longer really true for me. I'm shedding that old identity. I'm healing that wound just by noticing what I'm doing. And so I can really get deeper into my healing of that idea by noticing what I'm doing. Also by going, okay, well, where did I first experience? I can go into past memories and say, where did I first experience this idea that home ownership was too expensive and not a good idea and I would always be losing money? And I can go into really connecting with that little girl in me who is afraid to take that next step and give her some space and time. And I go really deep into this stuff. I take clients through this work in the Radiant Soul Mastermind, in my paid program, and in my retreats. We go deep into what are those messages that you need to reveal to yourself and need to heal and to clear so that you can change the trajectory of your life and actually manifest and allow in the things that you desire. So I can really look at and work with all of this that I've written down and clear away any blocks, and then start to open up to my excitement and my creativity and be like, oh, wow. And then I can start to call it in. I can create symbolic scenes for myself where I'm like, oh my God, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Your place is booked. Your place is booked. Oh my goodness, money's coming in. I can see my bank account going up, and I can see my credit card bills paid off in full every month on time. And I can feel the energy of like, wow, I am doing this on my own. I created this all from the mustard seed of an intention, a desire that was planted in my heart. And I nurtured it. I watered it. I poured fuel on the fire and grew it into something real by healing the old ideas, by shedding my old identity and stepping into the new divine identity, who I am here to be. I am really good at making magic in my life. And so I'm going to play with this. I am going to play with this and see what happens in 2025 for me, and getting some investment property and becoming that version of me who's like, yeah, I own properties now and I make money. And I really do like the idea of having an adorable little cottage kind of place. Not necessarily a cabin in the woods, more like a cottage on the ocean, a cottage on the coast, or on a lake with, overlooking water, and where I have very, very small, maybe just one-on-one intensive retreats for clients. Like, that is just such a mind-blowing, amazing vision. And then when I'm not doing that, I'm renting it out. So you can see how like the energy has shifted in my body. All right. Just now, I'm like, went from like being kind of like confused and scared and anxious to, ooh, this is fun. And this is the elevated emotion I want to fuel my vision with. And I want to play with this vision and be super detached from the time and the when and the where and the how, and just be like, wow, wouldn't that be amazing? And just be super light and fun with it. And that is how you can bring up and reveal blocks and then clear them. So I can work on clearing these blocks whenever I want. How fun, right? Now, put a comment in here. If you want to join me. I don't have the dates yet, but at the end of January, I don't even have a calendar in front of me. But at the end of January, I'm doing an amazing 5-day challenge. A 5-day reveal and remove your blocks and manifest amazing stuff. Manifesting magic. So who wants to join me? And also, yeah, that's it. Just tell me, say details in the comments if you want to join me live for a 5-day, what did I say? Reveal and remove blocks challenge. Thank you guys for being here. This was actually fun, wasn't it? I certainly had fun. And if you are going to join me, comment below. I will have the exact dates in the next day or two. How's that sound? Okay. Thank you. Bye. Have a fabulous day. Because now I'm bumping. I'm already like, I'm already her. I've already gotten the investment property and I'm cha-chinging, making the money. How fun, right? I don't have to worry about all of those questions and worries and thoughts and feelings right now, if ever, because I'm becoming an energetic match for that version of me. Thank you. And if you're live here, tell me, what is it? What is your one thing? I will see you later. Bye-bye.